Guys, I got an art copy of The Touch of Silent Fury by R.A. Sandpiper. It is currently the 30th of July. This book doesn't come out until the 5th of September. And I am very excited to read it. And I thought I would bring you along for the journey of reading this book for the first time. I will keep it completely spoiler free though, because as I said, the book doesn't come out until the 5th of September. So I'm not about to give spoilers, but I will give you a review on if I liked it or not and the general premise of what's going on. I think I'll see if she has on her page like a general summary that won't spoil anything, because I know me, and if I start talking about the book I will inevitably spoil it without a summary. So I will definitely be searching one of those up for you guys, so you know what's going on about the book without spoilers. But yeah, I'm really excited to read it. I will be reading it at work, so I have a work shift from 3 until 6, which I'll be reading that at. Purely and simply, I'm not allowed to read it before work or after work, kind of, because I'm trying to make my way through the book that wouldn't burn. And this is slightly more of a priority to get through. So I will only be reading this at work, which means you won't be getting much footage of me actually reading the book. Purely and simply, I won't be filming at work. But I'll update you in between / after I've come back from work on what I think of it. Okay, first of all, apologies for the slightly dishevelled appearance. I have had really bad headaches the last couple of days. I still have it, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was, so I'm going to do an update. I have been reading To Touch of Silent Fury by R.A. Sandpiper, as we all know. I want to say 67% of the way through now. Chapter 29. I am loving this. It is so good. It is such a shame that I got really, really bad headaches the day after I started reading this, because I've been having to read it in small increments, because otherwise I can't focus. But if I had not had these headaches, it would have probably been done. I started on Wednesday. I probably would have finished it on Thursday. Yeah, it is so good. I am kind of also maybe slightly dragging it out a little bit as well, because this is the first book in a duology, and I think she's mentioned that the second one comes out some point February 2026. Anyways, the beginning of 2026, but I'm not going to hold it to that, because things can change. So, it's not as far away as I thought it was going to be for book 2, but also I know this is going to end on a cliffhanger, and then I'm just going to have to wait. So I'm kind of dragging it out so I don't have to wait as long for the second one. But also I kind of really badly just want to read it, so whatever. I'll probably end up finishing it within the week, so it is what it is. Oh yeah, I was going to give you the summary of what the book's actually about. That might be a good idea. I'm going to read you out the summary. She rides to claim her fate, he flies to burn it down. As the only woman in the Moon Touch Brotherhood, Tani studies on the haughty. Yeah, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but I've got it up on the screen so you can read along with me. On the haunted island of Evenfold, surrounded by men who see her as an ill omen at best. Her fate ceremony is only days away, offering 5 possible escapes from a storm-locked island, but each with their own consequences. Lang, an insubordinate crown prince, holds the reins to one of the few true dragons left in the world. Sent to Everfold on a diplomatic mission by his warmongering father, he watches as the brothers bestow a rare and unwanted marriage fate on Tani. Already her touch magic alarms him, but if she succeeds and marries the victor of the upcoming tournament, a power could topple empires. They both arrive at the games, her to claim her fate, him to destroy it by any means possible. It sounds phenomenal. It's reading phenomenal. I must admit, the first 2, maybe 3 chapters I was a bit hesitant. Purely and simply, we were doing world building, and I'm not going to lie to you, I get so confused in world building, but the world building in this is not too complicated. It's definitely got some interesting world building. Interesting in a good way, not a bad way, in a good way. And there's definitely some maths going on with the way years are presented in this book. So then they go, this person is 5 spans old, and then you kind of have to go 5. The span is 5 years, so now you have to go 5 times 5, and then you have to remember how many years are in a span, and then you have to times that by the X amount of spans that they have, and then you have to remember that, and then you have to keep continuous. I love calculating, but sometimes it just gets a bit annoying. I'm like, how old are they in like human terminology? Yeah, it's great. The first couple of chapters I got a bit confused with it, but it's now part of the book, so I'm fine with it now. But yeah, also, as you guessed from the summary, well, not really guess, it was told in the summary, there's a dragon on the cover here. I'm not sure which one of the dragons it is. I'm going to take a guess in my head as to which dragon it is. I'm not going to tell you which dragon, because I feel like that's probably going to spoil shit, so I'm not going to do that. It's also taking me a slight bit to get used to all of the names and which characters go with which name, or which name goes with which character, I should probably say, and their description. But I'm getting there. To be honest, it's not actually as complicated as I'm making it out to be. And I feel like this is probably important to note. It's dual POV. You get both Tanya's POV and Lang's POV. We love it. We love to see it. Overall, I am having a great time. I am terrified to see what the cliffhanger is going to be, because inevitably it's going to be a cliffhanger, because it's the first part in a duology. You're going to have a cliffhanger to continue on with the series. So there is that. But I'm very intrigued to see where this is going to go. Thank you for coming to the update. I will update you once I've probably finished the book, which might be quite a while away, because I can feel the headache coming back up again. I need a minute. I finished reading To Touch a Silent Fury by R.A. Sandpiper. 5 stars. 5 stars. It was very, very, very good. I still stand by the fact that if I hadn't been sick, I would have finished it way, way, way quicker. I cannot wait for the second book to come out, because I want to know what happens. I want to know what happens. I feel like I can't say too much about how I'm feeling and why I'm feeling it, because spoilers. So I'm just going to keep it at I loved it. I would highly recommend it. The only thing I can safely say is dragons. I would highly recommend reading To Touch a Silent Fury when it comes out. It comes out on the 5th of September. You can pre-order it off of her website, which I'll link down below. You can also order it off of Amazon, but if you do want to pre-order it, I would suggest going to her website to buy it from there, because, well, 2 reasons. A, you can get it signed, always good, and B, she makes more commissions that way versus if you buy it off Amazon. So, I would personally say buy it directly from the author herself. I am going to be getting myself a signed edition, paperback signed edition of this, because I need it in my collection. I love this. I really cannot wait to see where book 2 goes and how it ends, because it is a duology. Just so you know, it is a duology. I might make a slightly more detailed review once it's actually come out, because I don't dare say much about it. Purely and simply, it doesn't come out for another month, and we gotta keep it spoiler free. That is all the thoughts you are getting from me. I really hope you decide to pick up this book as well. If you do, maybe come back here and leave me a comment in the comment section of what you thought of it. Or if you're even considering picking it up, I would also like to know that. Also, subscribe to R.A. Sandpiper on TikTok. I will figure out if she also has a Instagram. I think she probably does. But I'll leave all of the links to the author herself down below so you can check her out, because I loved this. Very, very good book. Once again, would highly recommend. But yeah, I'll shut up now. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you thought it was informative. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.